This is why we can't have nice things as Americans, is because once our toys aren't shiny anymore to us, we just put them in the chest. Before we begin, let's thank our great sponsors. And if you want information on how to become one, you can go to jasonbailey.com. Much love to Inspect All Pest Services, because bugs, termites, and critters, they don't belong in your house. Inspect All handles pest control, termite protection, and wildlife removal. Here's the number one reason to use them. One company that does it right the first time. Bonus, they also take care of insulation, pressure washing, and gutter maintenance all across Atlanta. Less calls, less stress, better results. InspectAllServices.com. If life makes you Google lawyer, call the Aurora Law Firm, led by the Mad Dog, Manny Aurora. This Georgia-based team handles criminal defense, white-collar cases, DUI, expungements, and more. Nationwide. Number one reason to call the Mad Dog, they know the system and how to beat it. The Aurora Law Firm, because oops needs backup. TheAuroraLawFirm.com. Life gets heavy. Stress, work, relationships, all of it. That's where Ridgeline Counseling can help. Led by Dr. David Markwell and a team of 10 therapists, Ridgeline offers in-person sessions at 3 of his Georgia locations: East Cobb, Marietta, and McKaysville, or virtual visits wherever you're at and most comfortable with. Number one reason to choose Ridgeline, you don't have to do it alone. Ridgeline Counseling. Real help when you need it. MarkwellTherapy.com. Power goes out, not at your house, if you call Alternate Power Solutions. They're a family-owned Generac generator dealer, founded in 2012, handling sales, installation, service, and repair for home standby and portable generators across Georgia and Tennessee. Here's the number one reason to use them. You don't pay a dime until the job is done and you're 100% happy. Every customer gets an upgraded warranty, free monitoring with a service contract, flexible financing, and they actually keep generators and parts in stock, plus an A+ rating with the BBB. All you have to do is call 770-853-7571 or visit poweringgeorgia.com for a free home assessment. Use the discount code Bailey for $500 off your entire installation. Alternate Power Solutions, because losing power shouldn't mean losing your mind. Looking for the ultimate wellness boost? Meet a live ozone therapy spa. Central Florida's first and only ozone therapy spa. From ozone therapy to red light therapy, halo therapy, presso therapy, PEMF grounding mats, and even in-house ozone-infused products. A live ozone therapy spa's got everything to help you feel amazing, inside and out. Repair, rejuvenate, and restore your body. Here's the number one reason to try a live ozone therapy spa, because they combine cutting-edge therapies with natural holistic care. Go online to AliveOzoneTherapySpa.com. Use the discount code BS10 for 10% off your services and products. Live Ozone Therapy Spa, because feeling your best shouldn't be optional. Thanks to all of our sponsors. And with that being said, let's begin the show.
Hey, good looking. It's the Bailey Show podcast. JasonBailey.com. It's a website.
Bay, hi. There it is. It's your Freebay episode 476. It is the Bailey Show podcast. This is a guy show that women love to listen to with a side of laughs. So on the BPX, that is the Bailey Podcast Exchange, in case you don't know what that means. And it is 3 different shows, 5 days a week. One feed. Hopefully you are watching all the shows on Spotify. If you don't know how to get there, you can link it like and quick, jasonbailey.com, or you can sign up for the newsletter that is sent out each and every Friday, sometimes Saturday, with the links to all 3 different shows. Honey, I Raised the Kids Mondays, the BS Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, with Tuesday and Thursdays being for subscribers and subscribers only. And you can subscribe, jasonbailey.com. And then Friday, the Vinyl Road podcast. So you get a bunch of different shows, a lot of content. Need some subscribers. If you don't subscribe, I'm shutting this shit down. I can tell you that right now. Also need some sponsors. You don't want to sponsor? I'm shutting the shit down. But we do have great sponsors right now. And I've got this idea that's driving me insane for a new sponsor. It has to be the right sponsor. And it's driving me absolutely bonkers. I just need to find the right person for it. That's all. I did.
Hey, one of our great sponsors had a birthday recently, in the last couple of days.
Glad you said that. I was going to bring up Inspect All Nick, Inspect All Services, Inspect All Pest Services, Nick Morris, my buddy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nicholas. Sounds like Dickolas. Happy birthday to you. See, when you're a subscriber and a sponsor, that's the extra mile that we go for you. You're not getting that anywhere else. I promise you that.
I don't do falsetto very often. That was all for you, Nick.
That was all for the old big sloppy Nick. JasonBailey.com. Everything is there. All right. Thanks for being here. My name is Jason Bailey. There's the ball badger, Benjamin.
Hi. You know, every time you do this for your side of laughs,
yeah,
it makes me think of Jonah Hill in Accepted. Ask me about my wiener.
Ask me about my arena. Did you? Probably the answer is no. I don't even know why I'm asking, but did you watch WWE's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view?
No, but I did see they were doing updates on ESPN.
They have a deal with ESPN. It's now on the ESPN app.
That tracks.
Which is crazy. I mean, and still to this day, the sports purists absolutely despise WWE. ESPN's come a long way over the years. I mean, there was once a time when ESPN refused to talk about MMA and UFC, right? So times have changed, but WWE, hell no. That's not a real sport in the eyes of the purist. Well, now the pay-per-views, and I don't know how this fully works with WWE, but because they signed a deal with Netflix, let's back up. WWE created their own network at one time. It's a WWE network, that their own app. You would subscribe to that and you would get all the content. Then they went from doing pay-per-views on the network, right? And you got the network with your subscription. Cool. That fell apart for some reason. They are still broadcast, I believe, Friday nights on their SmackDown show on USA Network. I think that's still a thing. I'm not as big of a fan as I used to be, but I like to jump in every once in a while. And then Monday Night Raw, their staple show, is now on Netflix, live on Netflix, Monday Night Raw, which is kind of neat. It allows them to cuss if they want, be a little bit more edgy. They can come and go as they please. They can run late. It's changed the game a lot.
Are there any wardrobe malfunctions?
Sometimes. There was one last night at this pay-per-view. There was a boobie that popped, but she caught it. I saw the pop. Okay. I think her name's Rachel Rodriguez, and she was in the women's Elimination Chamber match, and I saw she falls to the ground and puts her boobie back in.
Ironically, she was in the men's dressing room, so that's weird.
Right. She's a big girl. There's a couple big girls. I mean, these girls are like, when I say big, I'm not saying, take me to Golden Corral big. I'm talking about these girls are jacked, like jack, like definition of their arms and perfect bodies. It's crazy. Anyway, so the Elimination Chamber is a cool pay-per-view. It's not their biggest pay-per-view. WrestleMania is obviously their biggest pay-per-view. Royal Rumble's their second, I think, and then like maybe SummerSlam and Elimination Chamber. So it's one of the top five. And what happens is they have a men's elimination chamber and a women's elimination chamber, and they've got other matches in between where they have these pods, and there's wrestlers in these pods, and two wrestlers start, and then every 5 minutes or something, a pod opens and they come out. It's kind of like the Royal Rumble, just dressed up differently. Whatever. Mm-hmm. Not the point. It was in Chicago, CM Punk's hometown, which I like CM Punk. His wife, AJ Lee,
explains a lot.
Back. What explains what?
It's CM Punk's hometown.
Oh, yeah. Well, sometimes they use the opposite approach where they'll have them lose in their hometown.
That did not happen this time.
Anyway, the wrestling pay-per-view on ESPN, the app, you have to have Disney Plus, whatever. So I didn't watch it because my wife and I were watching our story programs, which is Justified on Netflix, not on Netflix, on Hulu, which is now bought by Disney Plus, right? So you have to have Disney Plus to watch the Hulu. I'm the other day I woke up to have some breakfast. And I was like, oh, I just got like 5 or 10 minutes. I'm just going to scan through the pay-per-view. I'm going to look at the men's elimination chamber or something like that. And they do sponsors now. When during the Vince McMahon era, he was very much against having the ring sponsored or the turnbuckles sponsored. Now they're like UFC, now owned by the same company, TKO. The turnbuckle, the middle turnbuckle has the Dodge Ram logo, which is great.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
The ring has sponsors in it, kind of like what UFC does. They're making money, hand over fist. Whatever, it is what it is. Then they will have the pay-per-views sponsored by specific companies. I don't know how much of a sponsorship this brand had in the WWE Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, but I do know that they were a sponsor, and my jaw dropped when I heard the announcer thank them and mention this brand's name.
Tampax.
Mad Dog 2020.
What?
And I guess they've rebranded themselves to where you can drink it in a can, which I don't know if that does anything for Mad Dog 2020. I don't know how many of you Gen Xers, I'm sure most of us haven't had Mad Dog 2020 in quite some time. But if there were ever an alcoholic beverage from our past that gave us PTSD just by hearing the name, it's Mad Dog 2020. Oh my God. When I heard the announcer thank them, I threw up. That's what I did when I drank it in my teens.
There was at one of my colleges, Pikes were a big fraternity there, and for their pledge weekend, they took their pledges out camping, and the pledges were not allowed to drink anything but Mad Dog if they were thirsty the entire weekend.
And in those days, it was only one flavor. It was that grape
fruit punch thing. No, I think it was fruit punch. I think they had a red one.
Okay, then how old are you?
Maybe 48.
Yeah,
I feel like there was a red one.
Yeah, I know my Mad Dog days. There was one Mad Dog and one Mad Dog only, and that was the purple. And that was it. There was no fruit punch. There was no other flavors. Trust me, if there were, I would have tried it. But it was Mad Dog, Boone's Farm, and Budweiser. I mean, that was.
I might be getting it confused with Boone's.
Yeah, Boone's. Now Boone's, there was strawberry, and all that other
It
stuff.
might have been where I'm going.
Yeah, but Mad Dog was that
Purple. Okay.
purple. This and you know what MD 2020 stands for, right?
It's something French. It's 2 last names, right?
Morgan David.
Yeah.
No, Morgan David does not stand for Mad Dog.
Very French.
It's Morgan David. Yeah, very French. Anyway, so I'm watching the WWE pay-per-view, and Mad Dog 2020 is a sponsor, and they have this little commercial that airs like in picture, and it's in this cool, I think skinny can, maybe because that's very trendy, and it's like blue. Does not look like what Mad Dog 2020 looks like. Now, Mad Dog 2020 is still sold in stores. I see it at the convenience stores all the time. They've got different flavors now. I did not know that they totally rebranded in this can type of atmosphere. Like, I guess you put anything in a skinny can this day and age, people are going to drink it because the skinny can is just the thing. I don't know when the shelf life is over, but it's a thing. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if that's a skinny can. That might just be a straight up can. Tangy orange, Mad Dog 2020. Look at the rebranding of that.
Yeah. 12% ABV. Oh, God.
I'm assuming they're not targeting us. They're targeting a younger generation. They have to be.
Look. There's the punch I was talking about.
Yeah, but that wasn't around when we were younger. They just had the purple. I know I just said they have tons of flavors now, but there was no punch when I drank it. I know that, at least I know for me, I know that for a fact. There were no options. It was purple and that was it. Now they have ton.
Dragon fruit, kiwi, lemon,
Mm-hmm.
blue raspberry.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I think I can even remember the last time I drank Mad Dog. When a drink scars you that bad, you can remember the last time you had something. Like, I know July 3rd, 1996 was the last time I ever had tequila. with Jose, a guy named Jose. It was at Red Hot and Boom, which was an event the radio station I worked for at the time put on. And before they redid Altamont Springs in that Cranes Roost area, it was just very simplistic. I mean, you had the mall there, you had the lake there, you had the
mall was successful then too.
Yeah, stage out there. Then there was this like little like restaurant to the side between the hotel and the lake. And we would go there and drink and eat and all that stuff. And this guy, Jose, who was, I think, friends with the people on the morning show, we got drunk, like real drunk with tequila. And I got such bad alcohol poisoning. I never had it again. Rach loves tequila. You know, tequila's you. If she drinks it, I have to have her brush her teeth because I can't, if I kiss her, if I taste it, I will throw up.
Wow.
That's how scarred I am. That's kind of the same PTSD of Mad Dog. The last time I had Mad Dog 2020, I'm almost sure about this. I was a senior in high school. We were over this guy, Darren's house, who lived across the street from my girlfriend. His dad did, at least. I drank an entire large bottle of it with other stuff. And it was like 7:00 at night. And I passed out and I passed out in the driveway, but I couldn't be in the driveway in case his dad came home. So they picked me up and threw me in the bushes. And I woke up with red ants all over me.
Oh God.
I'll never forget that. So it was like an hour and a half later, I woke up and I had ants all over me and blah, blah, blah. Then we get in this guy, Mike's station wagon with the beaver wood on the side, looking like Chevy Chase in Vacation, the same color.
Beverly D'Angelo.
Yeah, the green and the same exact look. And we all pile into that. And we're like, all right, let's go, to this party or something like this. And I'm just like, my whole thing then was to get drunk early and recover and get drunk again.
Right. Yeah. A twofer.
Yeah. Whatever you call it. And so we get into this car. There's like 10 of us in this car. Again, probably shouldn't have been driving. There's two ways into this small little neighborhood.
Wasn't there a jump seat in the back that would face oncoming traffic?
Yes.
Okay.
There's jump. So two people were facing the back. Absolutely. Very good. I was sitting right behind the driver. My friend John was shotgun, and I forget who else was in the car. And I'm still kind of passed out. We just left the house. Not speeding, anything like that. And we somehow get in a car accident. He hits the entrance to this small little community. There was a sign, and surrounding the signs were these like little pylons, like these wood
twin pines.
Yeah, exactly. And we hit it, and we hit it hard. We hit it hard enough that my head moved his seat that moved electronically up, but I didn't feel a thing. John's head hit the windshield, so his nose was bleeding. Mike, the guy that was driving, his head somehow hit the rear view mirror, so his forehead was bleeding. And we all just kind of fall out of the car. And I remember falling, like opening the door and falling out of the car going, what just happened? And looking up, and it was foggy, and he looked like Mr. Miyagi. It was an Asian guy that was in all khaki, and he came out from nowhere, dude, nowhere. And as I'm looking at him walk, it's got so distorted that he became like that scene in Mr. Miyagi when Daniel-san's leaving the Halloween costume dance, and Daniel-san looks up and he sees that Mr. Miyagi took out the guys from Cobra Kai, and it's foggy, and he's just like this, like that. So I'm seeing this guy, and that's what I'm seeing. I'm going, whoa, dude, what's happening right now? This is so cool. Anyway, we got up. The car ended up being fine. Brushed it off, got back in the car, and then went to the party. And I don't think we ever spoke of it again.
Wow. And the car didn't have a scratch.
No, it got banged up pretty good, the front. But I mean, it was drivable. As long as it was drivable, we were good. But that was the last, I think, night that I had Mad Dog 2020 was that night, that circumstance. But again, my point is that there's certain alcohol that you get scarred from that you remember like everything like it happened today,
Tequila did that for a long time to me, but now I can drink Terramana as long as I've got like a pineapple juice chaser.
That's the Rocks tequila, right?
It is. It's very good.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very,
very good.
It's very
but I have to have pineapple juice. Like I'll take a little sip, then the tequila, then pound the pineapple. Yeah.
I wish that I liked tequila. Tequila is a cool drink. I wish, and it's good for you. Oh, well, you know, as far as all the drinks go, tequila, vodka, clear, you know, no sugar, so no hangover, or little to no hangover, low calories. But something's cool. The tequilas are cool. And the story with the tequila, especially like when you go to Mexico and you get that mezcal tequila, you know, there's a lot of like cool history behind
with the worm.
Yeah, well, Rach, I mean, we go to Mexico, and she's got some real expensive tequilas here that we'd bring back. Really cool bottles. I mean, there's like a $500 bottle, $1,000 bottle, some really cool stuff. Yeah. I don't know if she's ever drank it or not, but
okay.
We would just load up on them.
I like the ones that had the scorpion in the bottom.
Just drink the scorpion and get stung.
Just look at it in the bottle. It's like, okay, that's badass.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Anyway, Mad Dog 2020 rebrand out on the market. Get it while you can.
And then watch wrestling.
If anybody's got a connection to Mad Dog, I would love for them to sponsor this podcast. They would be the perfect sponsor for this idea that I have that I'm looking for. Oh boy, Mad Dog 2020 and the BS or the BPX. I would do it with pride, with honor. To have the Mad, I mean, that is such a blast from the past. And they're rebranding. I want to know the story behind this. Like, you would think that they were dead in the water after all these years. But Mad Dog 2020 was around way before I was drinking it. So somebody.
Would you settle for a Bartles and James reboot?
Bartles and James, man, that's another one. That's pretty cool. But you know, like what's old to us is new to somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me look it up.
Yeah, they don't have these stories.
Mad Dog, I kind of original flavor, fortified. There's no stories about a rebrand. Like this. Am I wrong on this?
I mean, maybe it was just like underground for a while. Now it's not hipster anymore.
Yeah, but I don't ever remember it in a can. And I sure the hell don't remember it being a sponsor of WWE. Like that's the crazy. Well, these are new. Let me see what this is. Mad Dog 2020, the new and improved.
Oh, there you go.
And that's these cans that I'm seeing.
New and improved, NIP for short.
Yeah, so the cans, this is a new thing. This has got to be a whole new thing.
They're fighting the Four Loko market.
Yeah, because what is Mad Dog is
it's like a malt beverage, isn't it?
It's Steel Reserve, High Gravity, Pexa Punch, crisp taste. What is
the malt liquor?
Yeah, it's malt liquor, right? I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. Mad Dog is an American fortified flavored wine.
What?
By Mogan. It's not even Morgan David. It's Mogan David.
Way more French. See, I was on the right track.
Typically,
Mogan David.
Yeah, Mogan David. God, if all these years I've been saying Morgan David, what an idiot. Typically containing 13 to 15% APV. It is made from a grape wine base filtered. I drank it for all those years. I didn't even know what the hell I was drinking. To remove character, then blend it with fruit flavors, sweeteners, and artificial colors. Common ingredients include grape juice, concentrate, high fructose, corn syrup, and preservatives. So the original was just wine.
Yeah. Got to mix it with Chernobyl.
And spill it in your hot tub. Maybe that's why I don't like red. I bet you that's why I don't like red wine is because of Mad Dog.
I mean, that makes sense.
Because that's what I was drinking. I didn't know what I was drinking all those years. I thought I was drinking something cool. Well, I guess it is kind of cool to drink red wine, but I didn't know I was drinking red wine all those years. So these cans that they're doing, that look like seltzer cans. They're just putting this wine in cans.
It looks like Liquid Death, except alcoholic, like Liquid Death was trying to look like they had.
Yeah, there's something behind this. This is something that could get really trendy really quick. I don't know how long it'll last, but once these kids get a hold of it and they realize there's some retro story behind it, because that's the trick. Like if you're a business and you're trying to reach the younger generation, if you have a tie into something that's older, kids nowadays love that. It's the I know something you don't know theory, where they can tie it into their parents or just say, hey, did you know? That's what these kids love to do. I don't know, man. I do know. I think this Mogan David, this MD 2020 rebrand, this is going to be a thing for at least a minute. I think it's got legs, and I think it's cool too. Yeah.
Didn't Zima come back for a second?
They did it, and I believe Miller Distribution distributed it. They did a limited release. We did a bit on it in the show in Atlanta. Yeah, but they didn't stay. It came back and then just left, which I don't know why. Like, I totally think that you could have rebranded Zima to a younger generation. Absolutely. Yeah. We had this conversation when I was talking about the trip to University of Alabama for Parents Weekend.
Yeah.
These kids drink for taste, not for financial drunkenness like we did. $20 to our name that night. Whatever we could get for $20 to get as drunk as possible, we were drinking. They're ordering $20 shots and putting it on credit cards. It's the shiny blue Hippo Nips shot. As long as it's fruity and it's pretty and it has a cool name, that's what these kids are drinking. You know, they're like, let's do shots of Jack or get drunk faster. Ew, gross. This tastes like a purple nurple. I want this.
Give me Jaeger or give me death.
Right. You know, they were familiar with Jaeger. They're like, gross. I was like, you ever had a 57 Chevy? And they're like, no. I was like, well, it's Jaeger, Goldschlager, and something else. It's like the worst possible tasting shot, but it's got all three liquors in it. It's so disgusting.
Never heard of that one.
Oh my God. We would get them at Applebee's when we were 16 with our fake IDs. We'd go to Applebee's because Applebee's, one, would serve us, which is crazy. We were 16 years old and we had fake IDs saying that we were 21, 5-year difference. And we're going to Applebee's. Now, we did know the bartender.
Helps.
But still, we're 16 years old. I couldn't even imagine catching my kids drinking at Applebee's at 16 years old. So, and we're football players, and we live in Sarasota, which is a small little beach town. This is crazy. Absolutely stupidest kids ever. Us, me. And we would go to Applebee's, one, because they would take our IDs, and two, they had the coldest mugs for beers. They're the best beer mugs. They
always had ice glass.
Oh my God. It was delicious. It was easier to get drunk. And we would try not to eat when we drank, because we didn't want to fill ourselves up with food. We wanted to get drunk. We wanted, so we're getting beers, just pitchers. Boom, boom, boom. This is where we would pregame. And we would start off with sometimes a 57 Chevy shot just to get us going. And it was like painful. It was like going in and getting a giant gauge needle injection. It was like, all right, guys, you ready? Yeah, we're ready, man. Let's get it started. All that testosterone going. Yeah. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's get it. We'd take our shot. We'd all be paralyzed. It's like we get shocked by an electric eel. So
I love these memory lane conversations because I got all this stuff just tracking in the back of the head here. There was a name that Applebee's had for their bigger beers. What the hell was that called? Because they had the big mugs, and then they had the regular mugs they give you with the pitchers.
16 ounces. The smaller ones.
The big one had another name. I don't remember what it was. The trick was finish your beer before your mug gets
cold. Room temperature. Yeah. We would split a pitcher. One guy, this guy John, that was in the car story. He was my best friend my senior year. He was tricky. He was smart. So this dude never had to go without. Like his parents never had a job in high school, never had a job in college. He's an extremely successful high school football coach to this day. Probably will be inducted, should be inducted into the Florida Sports Hall of Fame. He's won numerous championships at Venice High School in Venice, Florida. Very good. And he was a very good high school football player. Then he went off to ECU. Something happened there. Still never learned what that story was. Came to visit us because he left school, like literally just left. And then one night we got drunk and high, and he found out while he was doing a toke on this, we called it the Golden Hammer, this giant, it was gold metal pipe that he was going to Georgia Southern the next day. And he was going to play the rest of his college career at Georgia Southern. And so we went and got some, what is the golden tea or whatever the stuff is at GNC that flushes it out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And he passed the drug physical.
Gold Seal.
Yeah. No, it was something, it's called something tea, like gold.
Yeah,
I think
Gold Seal tea.
Golden Seal. Yeah. Golden Seal tea. Yeah. Seal. They said steel. Yeah. Golden Seal tea. And he passed it and did that and whatnot. But I learned a very cool trick that he used to do when we'd go out to Applebee's drinking in high school. He would have his parents' credit card. None of us had that. He did. We would have cash. So we would all chip in, and he would take the cash and he would pay his the bill with his parents' credit card. And his parents didn't care. You know, like I said, he never went without. And so he just collected all this cash all the time. That's why he never had to work, because we were paying the money and his parents were paying the credit card. Like, that must be nice. That was a good little
nice racket.
Nice little Scoopy scam right there. So Mad Dog 2020's back, boys and girls. Let me ask you something here. Would I be crazy to think that hockey is the new great American sport?
Right now, today, you're dead on.
Just because of the Olympic gold?
Yes.
Okay. Well, before I continue, and as much of a football fan as I am, I'm not a big hockey fan. I don't hate hockey. I just never really gotten into it. I don't understand it fully. I don't know the ins and outs like I do football. Going to hockey games is exhilarating. I would argue that
I can't follow it at the game, but I just cheer when everybody else does.
Yeah, I will say going to a hockey game live is more exciting than going to a football game live. At least that's my opinion. It's just more fun. It's more action-packed. It's more fast-paced. It's done sooner. There's not as much downtime, and the fans aren't as much dicks as they are at football games.
Okay.
My experience. Even though I am a full-blown lover of football, I do think even outside of Olympic gold, hockey is the new American sport. That definitely intensifies it. But think about this. Hockey, they're not kneeling. They go to the White House. They play all-star games, like real games. They don't put flags on themselves. They actually get paid, I think, for the most part, more money than NFL players. They have more games in a regular season than, I think they have an 82-game season. You know?
Yeah, it's like just about the same as NBA
versus 17, now for the NFL. I don't know, man. Something about all those things and their willingness to play the sport and not take breaks and do things like go to the White House because, like, as Jack Hughes said, one of the heroes of the Olympic gold, I got invited to the White House. I just won Olympic gold. Why would I not go? Right? Like, oh my God, common sense. There doesn't have to be politics involved. You're going because you love your country.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing more, nothing less. Just because Megan Ratatouille, whatever that bitch, speaks out and she's got her own agenda, doesn't mean you have to listen to her. Which she's like one of the worst people in the world, by the way.
Awful.
Just an absolute horrible person. Like, I understand you have a podcast and you want to be known and you want to get some kind of attention. I get it. And everybody knows where your nappy head is at. I understand. But when you say on your podcast, and now you're a clown, you look like a clown because the guy goes to the White House, dude, that's just
really, that's what she said.
Exact words. Yeah. That goes against everything that you should be believing in as an Olympic athlete, right?
The woman with purple hair said he looked like a clown.
Yeah, maybe because he lost his teeth in awesome fashion, by the way. I really started to think about this, when I was reading the story about how Pat McAfee got heat because he picked up the bar tab for the guys. It was like $150,000. And there's, like, out of all the things that people can complain about, you're complaining about a former professional athlete. I don't know, actually current professional athlete, because occasionally he'll get in the ring with WWE. I think probably the most powerful voice behind a microphone. I mean, at least top 3, top 5 right now. Mm-hmm. I love Pat McAfee. I love everything there is about the guy. The dude,
and he's fun.
Yeah, and he's fun, and he doesn't give a shit. Like, he's got his things. He doesn't push it on you, but he has no problem talking about it. But he's just doing his thing. He's enjoying life. He's enjoying the ride, which is something we all should probably learn from. Guy picks up $150,000 bar tab for a group of dudes that just won gold for the United States in a sport that you look at like, wow, we haven't done this since 1980 with the Miracle on Ice. Now, granted, it wasn't as contentious as United States versus Russia, but
that wasn't in 1980. It wasn't either.
We didn't play Russia. It was Canada.
Yes, but not for the final.
Who did we play in the final?
I think it was Canada.
Was it
1980? Yeah, I think we had to beat Russia to get to the final. Wasn't that the story?
I thought it was Russia. I thought that's what made everything sexy.
Well, it made it sexy, but it wasn't the end-all be-all. You keep talking, and I'll look it up. How about that?
Okay. When this one, obviously, it was Canada, which is, they're our neighbors, but there's a lot of competition in Canada. This is their sport. I mean, it started in Canada. I mean, this is their thing. We've kind of done, in a way, to hockey what's maybe Japan has done to baseball, right? Or Venezuela or some of these South American countries, or Cuba has done to baseball, is where they've kind of started to dominate the American-made sport. It's eventually going to happen. You're going to get people from other walks of life in other countries that are going to be able to play the sport better, or whatever the case may be. And then it just kind of goes back and forth and fluctuates. But if we look at sports that,
Finland is who we beat that year.
Was it real? Why? That's like a Mandela effect. Everybody thinks it was Russia.
We beat Soviet Union in the semifinals, but then we beat the Finland in the gold medal game. How about that?
Dude, that's a total Mandela. Hey, look, you watching right now. No, you didn't know either. All right, come on.
This guy knew.
Maybe you, but not you. You, maybe, possibly. That's a Mandela effect. That's a good one. Oh, good for you. Nicely done.
Thank you.
And if NHL players typically have higher money guaranteed, longer term contracts, and a higher median salary, $2 million versus $1.5 million compared to NFL players. So they're getting paid. My experience with NHL players, this is, again, my experience, kind of dicks. Very arrogant.
NHL
players, yeah.
Most of them are Canadian.
Yeah, well, all of them that I've had experience, like, I can tell you stories, like, just not my cup of tea.
Huh.
Yeah, not physical and toughness. NHL players often face faster, more violent hits on ice. That's the other thing. What's a tougher sport, do you think? NHL or NFL?
NHL without question.
Yeah, NHL players often.
I mean, they get going fast before they hit each other. There's no run. These dudes are boogieing and they knock each other into a wall, literally.
But NFL players experience more consistent crushing impacts per play. That's a tough one. I think it's a case by case basis. I would say
head versus shoulder.
It it all depends. It's in a football game, in a football game, 60 minutes, right? You have 60 minutes in a football game. You get, I think it's 12 minutes of actual play. If it's even that of a football, I think that even might be high. In an NHL game, I don't know, what is it? 3 periods, 4 periods?
I think it's,
I don't even know.
30 minutes.
You get a lot of action. Like there's no downtime. The only downtime you'd see is if they're trying to keep the puck away and they're doing that stuff. But
they even sub out while the play is going on.
Right.
Like it's happening and
it's constant, man. It is just constant action. That's why they're so much fun to watch if you can follow along, but it's fast paced. It might be the most fast paced game that exists if you think about it. I mean, tennis is slow. Golf, slow. Baseball, slow. Football,
soccer, slow.
Basketball, you could argue, fast paced. All right. Soccer, slow. Yeah. NHL, hockey might be the most fast paced professional sport. Am I missing something? NHL and basketball, those two are the fastest paced sports. Right. And I hate to talk trash about football because I love football. That's like my favorite sport out of everything. But guys, like when we're kneeling for anthems, we're protesting this.
They would kneel in the NHL, but it's too hard to stand back up with skates on.
All your stuff. There just seems to be more patriotism. There seems to be more, I don't know. And maybe it is just because of this Olympic gold, you makes you think and you start to kind of put a spotlight on it, which is good for the game. But even like when, they came back and Jack Hughes went out, I think it was the first game back and they go and they play during the regular season, which is, and then they come back and they go back to work and play for their team
the next day.
Yeah, like that's badass, dude. That is badass. And NFL players are like, I'm sitting out 3 games until you figure this out. I'm just going to get paid my money. And I've only got 4 more games of the regular season. And yeah, I understand. If we win those games, we're in the playoffs, but not until we get this figured out. Like it's a totally different mindset. I understand the business aspect of it is like, you need to make yours. And that's in the NHL. And I don't know what the average career span is in the NHL versus the NFL, but the NFL is
Sidney Crosby's been playing since I was in high school, so I think I literally think he came out in 2003.
But how often is that? Like, how often does that happen to a player? I don't know the answer.
It's definitely a longer career than NFL. Definitely, 100%.
Look at Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Aaron Rodgers has been playing a long time. But he's one of very few.
Yeah.
He's one of very few. So I don't know the lifespan of it. But in the NFL, a career in the NFL is very short. So you have to get yours. And, now that they have, the what was the quarterback that went to the Raiders? Jamarcus Russell role, right? So you're not getting that big initial contract. So you go in and you get that rookie deal based off of your draft position. And if you're, a 3rd, 4th rounder, you're getting paid whatever, not much. I mean, you're getting paid well, but you're not getting paid a lot, right? And that's if you make the 53-man roster. So if you get put on the practice squad, that's a totally different conversation. Let's just say you're a top pick, 1st, 2nd round. You're getting paid a rookie contract. It's a 5-year deal.
Like 35 million, something like that.
Whatever it is, you've got to last that long in order to get your big deal. I mean, to get your big deal. So let's just say you're a 2nd or 3rd round pick. And you're not even close to that. I think 35 million is way too high. I mean, that might be for the 1st round pick, possibly. I don't even think they get that. So, I mean, and that's how the teams operate now, especially with short lifespan positions like the running back position.
3 years.
Yeah. They'll get the guy out of the draft. They'll pay him rookie money, and then they'll see where he's at in his 3rd year. And they're like, okay, is he worth the big payday? And if he's not, they'll just ship him off, get draft capital,
cap
capital, and then they'll move on. and just replace them with somebody else. I mean, that's just business. I think the NHL works differently than that. Again, I don't know, but I think you can make the argument that hockey is the new American sport. If you were to compare it to the NFL, what's more patriotic? The NFL is not even in the Olympics. Football is not even in the Olympics. And one of the biggest reasons is because they're afraid they're going to get injured for their 17-game season. When NHL guys are playing 82-game seasons within their season and still going to play the Olympics.
Well, and the NFL is a North American sport. It's not a worldwide thing. So it's so patriotic, nobody else plays it.
That's the other reason why it's not an Olympic sport, is because it's not, people in other parts of the world don't know what it is. And now that's changing what the NFL is trying to do with make it go international. And I don't know if you guys watch these international games, those fans are more into it than the fans are at home. Like they're more patriotic when the NFL goes to their city, whether it's London or Mexico or Brazil or Ireland, especially the Ireland game. When they had that woman come out there and sing the Ireland national anthem, dude, those fans were all about it and very respectful to our national anthem. So, like, this is why we can't have nice things as Americans, is because once our toys aren't shiny anymore to us, we just put them in the chest. And then once that happens, mom comes in, takes them and says, hey, other country, would you like to play with said American boy toys? And they make it shiny again. And now you're jumping on the bandwagon of the toy that you originally owned.
Except for breakdancing, we still rule. Australia can suck it.
And you're starting to see that with the NFL right now. Our fans are dicks, but then you look at these fans in Ireland that are having the time of their lives, being patriotic to their flag, respectful to ours. And you look at our sports in this country and we take a knee and we talk trash and we call Olympic gold medalists clowns. This is why we can't have nice things anymore. It sucks. Stop screwing up our toy chest. But I'm not wrong. I know I'm not wrong on this one. But I guess I got to become a hockey fan, I would think.
I mean, if you can figure out how to explain it to me, I might jump on that.
I know blue line is something. Blue line's a thing.
Icing. What the hell's icing?
I think icing is it's like afterwards they win, they have a cake and they put the stuff on top. No. I think icing is when you pass a certain line before the puck passes the line.
The blue one?
The blue one, maybe. Yeah. The only reason I know that is from that original hockey game from Nintendo.
Oh my God. That might have been like techno hockey or something. Tecmo.
Because they would be like, icing.
Yeah. Jason Lee used to play in Mallrats.
Yeah. Swingers. They were playing it.
The Whale.
They're
yeah, they were. That's
playing
right.
it in the Swingers, yeah. Because there was like 3 different guys in that game. There was a skinny guy, a medium-sized guy, and a fat guy. And you could make them bleed. Like you'd hit them down and
the ice.
You see the little blood pixels on the ice. It was great.
So cheesy.
Yeah, so great though. It was the best thing. Men's American football has not been an Olympic sport due to lack of global popularity, the high risk of injury with insufficient recovery time, excessive cost, and total U.S. domination. Unlike international sports, it requires specialized, expensive equipment, large rosters, and at least a week between games, making a tournament impossible within the standard 2-week Olympic schedule. I understand that in theory, but again, if you're comparing NFL to NHL, why can't these guys play a football game, which is 4 quarters, when altogether the actual play time is like less than 10 minutes? I forget what the statistic was, but it's ridiculous. It might even be like 3 minutes or 4 minutes. It's like such a small amount of time that they actually play a football game within that. I mean, actual in the game, hit each other. NHL players they're playing a full game, how long that is. There's no downtime. So how come the NHL guys can play the Olympics, and they've got not a 53-man roster, but they've got a good size roster.
So there is a difference in the type of violence from NHL to NFL. NHL hits harder, but it's here. Every hit happens right here. You don't ever see guys getting hit in the leg, in the hip. That never happens. They always get whacked right here. If the only place the NFL players ever hit each other was right here, they'd get hurt a whole lot less.
So less concussions because there's no headshots.
There's no headshots. There's no leg shots. People getting their knees taken out all the time in the NFL, which I don't want them to try to stop because then it's just flag football. But there's a lot more room for injury in NFL. Yes.
Yeah.
But you can keep all your fingers if, you fall. That's good.
I don't know, man. I think it makes them look bad. Well, American football has not been featured since 1932 demonstration flag football. A faster, low-contact version is set to debut in the 2028 Los Angeles Games, solving many of these issues.
Yep, flag football. There it is.
Flag football is fun to play. I don't know about Olympic sport, but fun to play. I don't know. Is that the representation that you want for football, is flag football? Like, have you seen the pros play it for the All-Star game? It's silly.
Yeah, it's so lame. And they're the ones that are going to be representing us in the Olympics.
Oh, are they really?
I'm certain.
I don't know, man. They get injured. Like they blow. I don't know.
I would think it's probably going to be your B-level pros, your arena players, your UFL guys.
Yes.
Those are the ones that are probably going to be representing. Recently retired.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. There's no way that a guy in the prime of his life, Jamar Chase, is going to go to the Olympics to make barely nothing money-wise, risk his entire career, where that's hundreds of millions of dollars for Olympic gold. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. You look at a guy like Robert Edwards is a great example. Running back from Georgia, goes to the Patriots. Amazing running back. Such huge promise.
There's a caveat, but go ahead.
What's the caveat?
Sand. They were playing on the beach.
Yeah. Well, either way, it was during All-Star weekend, and he blows out his knee playing, whether beach volleyball or beach football, or whatever the case may be. Yeah, there was sand there. But the point is that he was doing something activity-wise outside of his sport. Like it's almost like you can't do anything. Like, I just saw a video of Max Crosby and Sean Strickland sparring in a cage, and I'm going, like you're probably not going to be with Vegas next year. This is the second stage of your amazing career. Why are you in there getting your ass kicked by Sean Strickland? Like, I get it. You're a guy, tough guy, and Bob the Big Bang.
Tough guy.
But still, if I'm worth hundreds of millions of dollars, my knee could cave, something could happen. Like, I'm being very protective of everything on my body if I'm that talented of an athlete. I'm sure the hell not going in there and sparring with Sean Strickland. I can tell you that right now. And Strickland was beating the hell out of him. He started hitting him pretty damn hard. And Max Crosby, he just gassed out. He just didn't have the cardio to stay in there.
Wow.
Oh, God. UFC. Dude, MMA fighters and swimmers probably would be the athletes who have the best cardio. Absolutely. Like, have you ever like fought in like MMA style rules, like 3 rounds of 2-3 minutes? I've done it. It's like normal, like amateurs, we don't know how to fight properly, like breathing and all that kind of stuff. You go in there and you go just by yourself, get in your room for 2 minutes and throw haymakers at your pillow. Like, just rah, 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 rah. See how tired you get. You get really tired. You watch these guys, boxers, especially MMA guys, they're breathing, they're timing, the way that they move, the way that they carry. I mean, it is an art form. You take a football player like a Max Crosby, he's an athlete. He's strong. He's got cardio. but he's built for something different. He's not built for that. That's a tough, like Tito Ortiz. I'll never forget him when he was, it was him and versus Ken Shamrock. It was, arguably one of the things that helped save UFC back in the day outside of Forrest Griffin and the reality show, which is credited for saving it. Mm-hmm. But Tito Ortiz, I remember saying in that Tough Enough show or whatever they used to do, The Ultimate Fighter, he told one of the kids, he's like, you're nothing without cardio. And he would talk about his regimen of how much cardio he would do a day. I got gassed just listening to him talk about how much cardio he did a day. Like if I had that kind of, his heart must be in amazing shape because that was a crazy amount of cardio. And that's why Tito Ortiz, one of the reasons why he was such a good fighter in his day was because his cardio. That's why he was able to whip up on Ken Shamrock. Because once you get gassed, you're done. You're just hands up. You can't do anything. Your body's not functioning. It's not moving. You are out of gas. Your car stops. And once your car stops, you're done. So anyway, all right. So lesson learned here. NHL, new American sports. It is the new, we can get behind patriotic sports.
So let's go to a Solar Bears game and support that theory.
I love the Solar Bears. Absolutely.
I've never been.
Oh my God. You've lived in Orlando for all this time. You've never gone to a Solar Bears game. So much fun.
I'm not a hockey fan. Why would I make the effort? You've kind of talked me into it. I'm giving you props here. You've made me think, hey, maybe I should go to a hockey game.
Yeah, but
I've been to two. I went to a Tampa Lightning game when I lived around the corner from the stadium. And I had a friend whose brother-in-law was the mascot for the Florida Panthers. And I went down to Miami and watched them play a game.
Yeah. Florida, oddly enough, has become like
the hotbed
for hockey. I mean,
we win shit here.
Yeah, because the Lightning have won what, twice?
I think 3. I think the Panthers have too.
A Stanley Cup. I remember I was doing radio in Tampa the year after they won. I want to say it was their first Stanley Cup, and they brought the Stanley Cup to the radio station. And the guy that, like, that thing is under guard, like the guy that is, he's got gloves, like the gloves on and stuff, and it's a thing. So we got to take a picture with it and lift it up and stuff like that. That was kind of cool. And I think the Florida Panthers have won too, right?
They've won like 3.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah,
we're kicking ass down here.
That's crazy. Now, none of the hockey teams, I think, in the state of Florida have people that are from Florida. But that's okay. They're all Canadian or from Minnesota.
They're all Canadian. That's right.
Isn't that funny that hockey players, well, it's a Canadian sport, so I get it. You grow up playing it. But when it comes to the United States, there's different geographical locations that breed somebody good in a certain sport, right? Like Minnesota, you're bred to play hockey. That's hockey town. That's what they do. They play hockey. Georgia, Florida, Texas, you're bred to play football. That's football country right there. Baseball, I don't know. Basketball, I don't know. Tennis, I don't know. But it's funny, different parts of wrestling, Iowa, the middle America. There's some badass wrestlers, absolutely badass surfers, California. Even though the best surfer ever came from Florida, Kelly Slater, so it's funny. Like, oh, you're from, oh, you must do, and you must be good at, you know what I mean?
I'm trying to think what would be the hotbed for basketball. I don't know that there is a hotbed for basketball. It's so accessible everywhere. You need a ball and you need something to shoot it through. That's it.
Well, the racist way to look at that is any low economic place that's got the blacktop for the kids to go and play. So the mean streets of New York or Chicago, where you have a bunch of people and kids that got nothing and all they've got is a basketball. They go out and play.
When I was living in Arkansas in high school, I lived in a rough part of town. We'll just put it that way. I was the only white guy. My stepdad was Puerto Rican, so I was literally the only white guy in my neighborhood. And I also had the only concrete basketball court. Everybody else had gravel or grass. So all the brothers would come hang out at my house and play basketball. It was freaking awesome.
Look at that, bringing people together.
Man.
Just by having concrete.
United. Yeah, it helped.
United by concrete. Can you imagine if we went asphalt? It would have been a game changer. The world would be a better place.
Did you ever see a movie called Mystery Alaska?
I never saw it, but I know the movie.
So underrated. Great hockey film. I would highly recommend you watch it. It's probably way cheesier to watch it now than when I saw it the first time. I loved that movie.
Best hockey movie ever made was what?
Miracle was great.
Miracle's good.
Goon, pretty damn good.
Goon gets
Slapshot.
Slapshots is the I think Spinal Tap of hockey, right?
I mean, how do you not bring up Mighty Ducks?
I know. The Flying V. That's a tough one, man.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I agree. Best baseball movie ever made.
Man, I love Major League from that slapstick standpoint. The Natural, very good.
Classic. It's tough. Baseball movies are easier to make than I think any other sport.
I mean, yeah. 42. A lot of that was filmed right here in Sanford.
Yeah. Jackie Robinson had a history in Sanford.
Yeah. I mean, he played here.
Yeah. What about I said Major League, The Natural, Angels in the Outfield, The Rookie.
I mean, The Sandlot.
The Sandlots. Yeah, The Rookie. God, you got to pick
The Rookie.
one.
Is that the one with the Frugen Blugen with the broken arm? What was that one?
The
Rookie of the Year.
The Rookie of the Year is the one with the kid that went on to be in American Pie.
Yeah. He's the one that broke his arm.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
You got to pick one.
I mean, I'm gonna go with
you say Field of Dreams.
League of Their Own. What's up?
Oh shit, man!
Boom.
That came out of left
baseball.
field.
Proud of you.
Did you say Field of Dreams?
I didn't. Oh man, it's a good one too.
Bull Durham.
It's got to be The Natural for me because that was the first one that came to mind.
Natural's good.
Yeah, Redford did it.
Natural's good. Okay.
Football movie.
Best football movie. Go.
To me, always will be The Program.
The Program. Program was great. Filmed at the University of South Carolina.
Really?
Nice. Yep.
ESU was filmed in South Carolina?
Yeah, that's their stadium. That was South Carolina Stadium. Yeah.
Wow, okay. I didn't know that. I mean, the whole thing was based on FSU football, so I just assumed it was Tallahassee.
Well, I don't know if it was just because the colors were FSU colors, but
the colors, the league, excuse me, if you look at the schedule, it was FSU teams that they were playing, with the exception of Michigan.
But they didn't have real name schools that they played.
Yeah.
Is it because it was
ESU was a fake school, but they played Michigan, they played Georgia Tech.
Tech.
Everybody they played was a real school.
Yeah. The Program was great. I love the Program. So you've got Varsity Blues. You've got
Varsity Blues is the worst football movie ever, but that's only if you look at it from a football standpoint. Otherwise, it's culturally relevant and awesome.
It's the best, worst.
It's nothing about the football in the movie is right. It's all bullshit.
TSU does this, does it. 55 plays, put your 6 points a game. It's a razzle dazzle wiggle waggle.
It's called the oop de oop.
The oop de oop. You got that oop de oops. Any given Sunday.
The hook and ladder. Any given Sunday, phenomenal. But again, it's not based on a real league, so it felt more fake, I guess.
Okay.
But I mean, so good.
Oh,
the guy's eye on the field. Oh.
I have friends in that movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Remember the Titans?
Less
about football, more about message.
Yeah, it's social relevance. Yeah, I mean, it's a great movie. But I mean, I like radio better from a football standpoint.
Rudy.
Complete fabrication, but interesting movie. Nice entertainment stuff.
it's not complete fabrication. It's Hollywood.
If you listen to everybody that played on that team except for Rudy, they're like, yeah, that didn't happen that way. None of that. That's all crap.
I've interviewed Rudy a couple times.
Yeah, I heard he's nice but full of shit.
He's got his version, and other people have theirs. Yeah, but he did not get the last sack. He wasn't, but he was carried off and all that stuff. But
he was carried off as a joke.
Yeah,
they were kind of picking like, oh, we're gonna carry him off. It wasn't because they loved him so much.
Invincible. That's a good story.
That's a good story.
Good story.
Yeah. I'm sticking with with the program for football movie. Our coach always wanted us to watch Rudy before a game, and we always would want to watch the program.
Yeah, Rudy was the guy. Like our coach was like, "We're going to the movies," or no, maybe it was. I think that was classes after, because I think Rudy came after. They're like, going to the theater this Saturday, watching Rudy before the big game.
So that coach, it would have been 94 for me, and he would have Rudy playing in the locker room before the game, and we're like, dude, put the program on, coach. Do you want us to win or feel happy?
Yeah, I was already in college in 94, so 93. Yep. Yeah, I graduated in 93, so 94, 95, those are the 2 years that I played at Wingate. So we were just post Rudy in high school.
The program came out in 92, I remember, because they had to edit out one of the big scenes where they laid down in traffic because high school kids were doing that and dying.
Right. I remember that.
Yeah, and I was at Lyman High School right here when that happened.
Oh, best golf movie.
Bagger Vance.
You don't really mean that. You're just saying that because that's the only one you can think of.
It's the only one I can think of. I mean, Tin Cup. Actually, I love.
I was going to say
I love Tin Cup.
Yeah, Tin Cup's good. Yeah, I'm not a golf guy, but Tin Cup's that's a good movie. That's a really, really good movie.
It's hilarious.
Here's a tough one for you. Best tennis movie. Not many out there.
I mean, what's that one about Arthur Ashe or not? No, Prince Richard or whatever, about the Williams sisters. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's really. There's only a couple that exist. There was one that they just put out with that Zendaya girl, and she has a threesome with the two guys. And
Kirsten Dunst was in Wimbledon, wasn't that?
Wimbledon was another one. Yeah, there's another one. So for some reason, you can't make a good tennis movie. I don't know why.
Had a whole bunch of good cheerleading movies though.
Okay, best cheerleading movie.
They were all Bring It On, but it was good.
Bring It On 10.
Yeah.
Every
good cheerleading movie was Bring It On.
Yeah.
And I loved them because I was a cheerleader too.
Yeah. I don't think we missed any sport. Oh, wrestling. Best wrestling movie.
The Wrestler.
Well, you've got Foxtrot.
Well, The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke was incredible.
Yeah, but I was talking about like collegiate, like.
Wrestling movie. There was that one with that guy with the stuff and the sweatsuit. Yeah, what was that movie called?
In the 80s.
Yeah,
I forget.
Dream Catcher or something like that.
No, you're talking about. Yeah, you're talking about the one with Steve Carell.
No, I'm talking about the one with Matthew Modine. I might be getting the name screwed up, but
yeah, that's the one I'm talking about too. Yeah,
that was a great one, but I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah,
he'd get up, he'd literally roll out of bed and do push-ups.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you ever do that?
Oh, of course.
You'd like out of bed on the floor.
Absolutely.
I never did that.
Best track and field movie.
Oh dear God. Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes. Rest in peace, Robert Carradine.
God bless him.
There is a movie with Ricky Schroeder and Brad Pitt from the 80s. That's about track and field. It's actually
You're kidding.
No, it's actually pretty good. It's one of his first, like Brad Pitt's first movies. Brad Pitt's not even the star. Ricky Schroeder's the star, I think.
There was one. Well, Higher Learning, I think Omar Epps was on the track team in that movie. So there was a lot on that, right?
And his girlfriend was on the track team, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He was on the track team. Yeah, correct. Yeah. His girlfriend gets shot.
Yeah. Thanks for ruining it for everybody.
Spoiler alert. Best boxing movie. Woo.
Oh, man. Raging Bull.
Of course, yeah. Screw Rocky.
Yeah, Raging Bull.
Best race car movie.
Talladega Nights.
or Days of Thunder.
It was Talladega Nights for me. Days of Thunder, I loved with Cole Trickle. And, there was so much of it was filmed right here in Daytona.
Yeah, that was good. All right, that was fun. Unexpected.
I need a Cole Trickle t-shirt.
Say, call me Cole Trickle. That's what your name is. If I had a kid, biological kid, I'd name him Cole Trickle Bailey.
I like it.
Just get it all in there. All right, look. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us on this episode. Again, the BPX, that's what all these podcasts are on the network. Produce 3 different shows 5 days a week. So just stay on this feed and you get the video version. So Monday, Honey, I Raised the Kids. Me and my wife talk about becoming empty nesters, starting the second stages of our lives with our new business, so on and so forth. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is the Bailey Show podcast, the BS. Tuesday and Thursdays, if you're not getting them, if you're not seeing them, it's because you're not a subscriber. And I'm not talking about a subscriber to the platform you're on, like Spotify or Apple or whatever. You have to go to jasonbailey.com and sign up for the subscription in order to get those 2 episodes. And if you do, thank you so much in advance. I really do appreciate it. Like if I don't have subscribers, I don't have the podcast. Like I got to stop doing this. I just have become so busy with Alive that just consumes so much of my time. I just won't be able to do it anymore. It just time, money doesn't work. Just being completely honest with you. And then I'd have to come to a huge crossroads of my life of going, my career behind a microphone is officially done. The podcast thing didn't work out. I gave it a valiant effort. It was fun. I enjoyed it, but I got to move on. So that's just life. You move on. Our great sponsors that we have are phenomenal. If you need them, please use them. If you would like to become a sponsor, if you know anybody at Mad Dog 2020, please let me know. Please.
If you'd like for us to do a singing telegram happy birthday for any of your sponsors, just tell us.
Right. That's what you get when you sponsor the BPX. You get what Nick Morris with Inspect All Pest Services got. A happy birthday, Tweaky Nips. A happy birthday, Tweaky Nips. A happy birthday, Nick with Inspect All. Happy birthday, Tweaky Nips. That's what you get when you sponsor this.
That wine was seductive just then. I'm
getting calls from our current sponsors right now saying, yeah, you know what? We're rethinking this whole thing. My birthday's actually coming up in a few days.
You suspend my membership?
Yeah, you got anything before we get out?
Yeah, NASA is launching a satellite to say that they are sorry to the aliens.
Does that satellite have a name by any chance?
It does. It's called the Apollo G.
I didn't even know that was part of the joke. I thought the joke was a satellite. I assisted.
Boom.
And I didn't even know I assisted.
Well done, Bailey.
Boom. All right, look, enjoy the shows this week. Feel free to comment on any of the social media. Like, share, repost, regurgitate, all that good stuff. Please subscribe. I need subscribers. Please subscribe. You're just doing me a solid. It's $4.99 a month, by the way. It's not much. So for the price of a cup of coffee, you get the podcast and a mosquito net goes to a kid in Africa. Can't promise you the net, but you will get the podcast. Look at that. Look at that. Stickers.
And I'll get the coffee.
Yeah, those available in the merch store, jasonbailey.com. All right, look, have yourself a great, safe rest of your day. If you're going to be doing some drinking, I understand. I get it. If you've had too much, please don't get behind the wheel of a car. I've lost way too many friends like that. I do not want to see that happen to you. And sure the shit, don't be posting on social media or you will lose a lot of friends like that. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Hey, good looking. It's the Bailey Show podcast. jasonbailey.com. It's a website.
Okay, this episode's over. Goodbye. 3 different shows, 5 days a week, 1 feed, details, and to subscribe, jasonbailey.com.